The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Guys, Leon Mookie here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was the Reincarnation of Noctis. This is part 5. In the last part, Izuku took part during his, quirk evaluation test, and not only that, also realizing that Ochako is the reincarnation of Luna, the person that Noctis was truly in love with in Final Fantasy 15. And now they're basically a couple. With that said, let's get into this. After kissing each other, the two finally, walked out of UA and are heading to the train station as they're both holding hands. Soon after, the guys soon see this and wonder what the hell happened in the past couple of minutes. As they say, it's complicated. After that, Izuku and Ochako will say that they're basically a couple tomorrow. And as for that day, they just usually have a normal school day, have the typical normal sessions being math, English, science, all that, history, and all that stuff. However, it's the day after that what really changes. As they're patiently waiting for Aizawa to come, their next step. They actually hear somebody coming through the door, saying, "I am here, coming in through the door like a hero." As everyone sees it's All Might, as everyone's hyped to see All Might, with Kirishima saying, "Oh my god, it is All Might, I can't believe it." As Suyu saying, "I guess he really is a teacher here, that's quite amazing." Soon after, Ojiro also comments that he's not wearing his typical hero outfit. It seems like he's wearing his Silver Age outfit, which is pretty retro. As Izuku's also excited to see All Might in his class, being his teacher, but still reminds on that's also a double-edged sword, since tons of reporters are going to find out that he is a teacher here. As Izuku but that excitement basically fades away because he's still pretty damn tired this morning and really did not want to feel like coming in. Other than that, he begins explaining everything about what they're going to be doing, being Hero Course combat training. As Bakugo gets excited while Izuku's head is still down, he looks back at him, wanting to crush him with his own hands, as he's still pretty pissed on what happened during the, quirk evaluation test and everything. Growls with everything he has, as Izuku hears this saying, "God-chan, can you please shut up? I'm trying to hear All Might, and I'm also trying to go to sleep at the same time." As during that, All Might was already done explaining about getting their costumes and what number that they'll have from the suitcases. If you guys are wondering about Izuku's costume, it's kind of like his king's outfit, actually, in a way, with him having the same cloak, black jacket, armor guards around his body, stuff like that. So yeah, as everyone appears and All Might sees this, he's soon impressed to see that everyone is in their costumes, as he says, to be a pro, you got to look the part of a pro as well. And it seems like look pretty good as everyone comes out their costume. As soon after, Kirishima and Kaminari walk up to Izuku saying, "Hey Midoriya, wow man, your costume looks pretty good. If anything, I like the cape." As Izuku saying, "Yeah, thanks. It's not, people will say that it's kind of flashy, but I like it." As for Shoto, he walks up to him with his costume actually being similar to his costume change after the sports festival. So he doesn't have that, well, all iced white costume like he did in the beginning. He tells him, "It kind of if anything, it really does suit you, Midoriya. It makes you look like a king in a way." As he's saying, "Well, I guess that's the kind of thing I was looking forward to." Soon after, Ochako soon comes up saying, "Hey, Deku, you look amazing in that." As Izuku saying, "Yeah, thanks." So he looks at Ochako wearing her typical hero costume as well. But a little difference being it's more white than it was in canon, actually, since she actually put something on her, well, entrance form of what her costume would look like, but still wasn't too specific. So yeah. As she wants, well, an opinion from Izuku, as he says that it looks great on her, but, well, turning his head over, because he does, mostly due to her outfit still being skin tight and everything. As, I mean, he may be Noctis' reincarnation, but he's still Izuku Midoriya after all. Both Kaminari and Kirishima both want to tease Izuku about this, but decide to just let it be. As Shoto is thinking, what's really going on here? After that little interaction, All Might soon explained that everyone in Class 1A will be splitting off into two groups being 2 versus 2 matches. And also, Ida begins asking questions about will All Might be the one choosing these teams? What situations will they be thrown into, and will they be expelled into at the end, like how it was with Aizawa threatened to expel them? As All Might explains that's not. Don't worry, they will not. That they'll be being choosing teams randomly by choosing a letter. And as for what they'll be doing, they'll be going heroes versus villains, fighting in a building while the heroes fight to get the bomb or capture all the villains, and the villains protect the bomb or defeat all the heroes. And as for the expulsion, that's not going to happen at all. As a couple people in Class 1A feel a lot more or less stressed out about that last part. As Izuku realized, like Aizawa was going to expel us anyway. He saw way too much potential in each and every one of us after all. Don't you guys think? As everyone began agreeing with Izuku, and surprised that he would say something like this, as they thought that he would be more of the loner type, even though he's dating Ochako. However, All Might is still, well, skeptic of and wary of Izuku, believing that he may be a spy for All For One because of his so-called quirk, believing that all of his abilities are multiple quirks rolled into one. But he wants to see in this exam if he has some connection to All For One in some way. As everyone is now in their groups, as Izuku is paired up with Ochako, as the two of them smile that they're together. And so, just like in canon, Team A will be facing against Team D, being Bakugo and Ida. Just like in canon, Izuku and Ochako will be part of the hero team, and Bakugo and Ida will be part of the villain team. as Bakugo is hyped and excited that he gets to put Izuku back into his place, that he gets to fight him to prove that he's better than he is. As for Izuku, he knows about this, mostly because he can sense the bloodlust coming from him quite a bit. So he's going to he's going to try a different strategy that he normally would. As soon as everyone heads to the modding room, Izuku, Ochako, Ida, and Bakugo head out to the field and are now ready for the exam, as All Might tells them that they're ready to go. After hearing that, Izuku and Ochako wanted to plan, as Ochako wanted to make a plan before things began. As Izuku saying, "Don't worry, I got an idea. Just give me a minute." As everything begins, everyone is wondering on what Izuku's doing. That he's basically walking around the front of the building, seeing on a good entrance point. As they're wondering, as Kirishima's saying, I'm guessing Izuku's trying to find a good point. Makes sense." As Kaminari's saying, "Yeah, that seems like Midoriya. He doesn't like to do things the hard way unless he has to." As Shota's saying, "When he gets serious, you might want to walk away or pray that you don't get hurt." As everyone thinks that Kirishima, Kaminari, and Shoto are all overthinking things a bit. No one can be that strong. As soon after, Tokoyami saying, "We don't know for sure. He's seen what Midoriya can do during the quirk test easily. What do you think he can do when he goes against somebody else?" As some of them began thinking, even Mineta begins feeling terrified of what Izuku could do. As Izuku heads back to Ochako saying, "I got a good vantage point. Think you could wait here for a bit?" And she's saying, "Go ahead, I'll be waiting right here for you." As Izuku puts out one of his broadswords and aims it right between a glass window, where everyone sees this. Even All Might thinks, did he just teleport? He teleported right next to one of the windows, as he sees both Bakugo and Ida strategizing. However, he's unable to hear them through the glass. Soon after, he sees that Bakugo leaves the room, and Ida begins, laughing and looking like an idiot, as Izuku feels confused and honestly worried for his newly friend, as thinking, I guess that's enough, and drops back down before Ida can notice him, and teleports right back next to Ochako, as she's saying, "So, what did you find?" He soon tells her that Bakugo went down on his own, most likely believing that we would go through the front door, and Ida is basically protecting the bomb. So our job is to get through the top window without Ida noticing us before it's too late. As she's saying, "Okay then, do you want me to be a distraction for Bakugo?" As he's saying, "Not a chance in hell. Knowing Kachan, he'll be wanting full of himself to fight against me. Most likely, he would ignore you from the very beginning and go after me. So, best chances, ignore him all entirely." That's the plan. As she's saying, "How do we do that?" As simple. I teleport to the window, we bust it through, grab the bomb, and just like that. As she's saying, "You really think that's gonna work? But my quirk doesn't last long, and I do get nauseous pretty easily." As Izuku saying, "Don't worry, I got this." As he grabs her by the waist and soon throws his sword as high as he can to the cliff, where he tells her to hold on tight, as she's saying, "I'm not complaining." After this, Ida hasn't noticed them just yet, and is still trying to get into the, mindset of a villain. At that, Izuku says, "Alright, Ochako, I want you to hold on tight, and when I count to 3, I'm going to pull my sword out and teleport right into there, and bust the glass out and teleport right next to the bomb." As she's saying, "I trust you. I know you won't let me down." As Izuku begins counting down and soon says 3, and pulls his sword out and breaks the glass, throws it in there, and both of them teleport almost close to the bomb, but not completely there yet. As Ida notices this and realizes, "What? How did?" As Izuku says, "Don't have much time," decides to switch to an ice attack and throw his magical ice, his blizzard attack right at Ida, but instead of freezing him, he only freezes the ground, making sure that Ida can't make it to the bomb and slips around like crazy. After that, Ochako was able to grab the bomb easily, allowing the heroes to win easily. The clearing time is only 5 minutes or so. After that, Bakugo hears this and says, "But how? I've been scaling I've only made it to the 2nd floor. How the hell did he get here without going through the damn building? That's impossible! Damn it!" As he runs all the way back to the top floor, where he sees Izuku and Ochako, and also the glass window being broken. As he's saying, "Damn it! You outsmarted me? You didn't even bother fighting against me!" As Izuku turns to Bakugo saying, "Well, of course not, Kachan. Knowing you would have caused more damage than anything. You would have been too damn focused on trying to beat me than actually winning, than trying to actually keep in contact with Ida, and trying to understand the situation. That's just the kind of person you are, and I took advantage of that easily." As Bakugo gets pissed off, "You damn shitty nerd! I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you!" As he rushes at Izuku with full force, blasting himself in the air. After that, All Might began saying, "Young Bakugo, stop!" However, it was already too late, and Bakugo was about to explode Izuku's face. However, Izuku dodged the explosion easily and landed right behind him, bringing out his short spear and using the back and hit him on the back of the head, pretty hard to knocking him out. As Ida saying, "Was that truly necessary?" As Izuku saying, "You want to deal with this annoying ass hothead? Be my guest, Ida." After putting his spear away, and soon both Izuku and Ochako left back to the monitoring room. After that, Ida was able to grab Bakugo back into the monitoring room and starting to get consciousness again, and realize that his head hurts like hell. As he begins thinking, "What the hell happened? Where the hell am I?" As soon after, Kirishima came up to him and says, "Come on, man. I think Izuku knocked you out. You've been out for at least 10 minutes or so." As he's saying, "What? Deku, where the hell is that damn nerd? I'm gonna kill him when I see him." As he looks around, seeing that Izuku isn't there. As soon after, he asks, "Where the hell is he? He's supposed to be here, right?" However, Shoto soon comes up to him. Midoriya had to go to the support course. It was his time. It was already that time. As he's saying, "You gotta be kidding me. Damn it!" As Izuku is now working on his support items, being not just his engine blade, but also other types of engine weapons, being an engine greatsword, an engine twin daggers, and an engine spear. While working on these, he begins feeling a chill down his spine, thinking, ugh, why do I feel like I'm going to regret going back to hero class when I'm done. As Hatsume soon comes up to him, says, "Hey Midoriya, need any help?" As Izuku asks, "No thanks, Hatsume. I do appreciate it a lot. Maybe if I do have some trouble with it, I'll ask." As she says, "Okay, take care, Midoriya." After that, Izuku got back to work as he begins wondering what he's going to do right after school. Most likely want to spend time with Ochako. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Please also like and subscribe, which helps out my channel a lot. At any rate, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later.